in honor of the return, we got a video from my GOAT, TANJIRO. I'm surprised he only has 100K, bro. Y'all need to go down there and subscribe to bro. Hit that bell. You know what I'm saying? I said only 100K is a lot. I was always gonna prefer a little like on the video. But you know what I'm saying? A lot of videos, at least in terms of the niche content I react to, like Ben 10, the creator will like comment on my video. Which it meant like to me, me personally, I'm not the type of person to put celebrities and people like that in like a different light, like they're humans. So when niggas do weird shit, I'm not, how could they have done that? Like, yeah, I heard about the Davis situation, bro. Very unfortunate. You feel me? But when I get creators that like I react to, literally like comment on my video and they're like, yo, tough video, fuck with the reaction, I wish I made that joke, etc. That shit is like the best feeling, right? So I know, I think like Dot, bro. I want him to get to that echelon where he can have that type of motion, bro. He puts out good content. But this is in honor of the movie. I ain't even peep, but I should react to more movies like these, more videos like these for that engagement, because you know everybody looking up the movie. But it's gonna be TANJIRO and GIYU versus AKAZA, a masterful jumping, and a masterful jumping it was indeed. My GOAT. No, literally both Dot and Zenitsu, bro. Shout out to Zenitsu.
Where can I put this?
I be drinking that same water, bro. How you know it's trying to get to that check.
You back there, blue shirt.
Hey, what's up, Z? Thank you. Jerry from Demon Slayer News. Were you...
Is his name Jerry?
Thank you. Jerry from Demon Slayer.
Or the odds, bro.
Were you surprised with how this battle played out?
I mean, it's an outcome that I expected. It's not like I dove headfirst into that whole conundrum,
Not knowing what I need to do type shit.
expecting to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew what the outcome was going to be.
Awesome chill shit.
Finally, we're able to face off because it's just like I know the type of dude he is. I know the type.
I know that's a bitch ass nigga.
I know the type of guy he used to be.
Type shit.
I just felt like those emotions would have been amplified in this demonic shit that he had going on. But I mean, at the end of the day, I have respect for him. He's my brother. You know, he is my brother at the end of the day.
Type shit.
And to commemorate that, I already got an appointment set up with Dang tomorrow for 8 p.m. And I'm going to get the iced out circle chain and everything. So, you know, so it'll always be a part of me.
Yeah, I'm mad. Like that's some karate bringing the shovel to the fight type shit, bro. Imagine nigga pull up talking about some. Yeah, bro. You know, so it used to be my man. So like in commemoration of this fight, I got me an iced out circle chain. More you right here, bro.
I mean, we just went different paths, and you saw what happened. You know, so that's just the way of the game.
Type shit.
You back there with your hand up.
Appreciate you, Big Money Z. How does it feel to just
Big
be
Money
like
Z.
that guy?
Glaze of Doom.
Tanjiro?
Just might be.
Tanjiro's
knows,
it?
you know?
You're supposed to be it. Boy over there, no? AKAZA?
Yeah, but he said he needed a bathroom break.
Bathroom break? I didn't realize bathroom breaks.
Yeah.
That's so real. Tanjiro's one of those people that you'd want to bring on a 2-man, not because he can mac, but because he's such a like good, like you know how people have rage bait. I think Tanjiro's a joy baiter, but he always be like, I think he was talking to GIYU, like he got the inspiration too. He had like the IQ, like when GIYU was talking about like his spoilers. This is like anime for real. I think this is anime. This is anime. When GIYU was talking about like his regret because of the whole Sabito thing, he was like, yeah, so like, are you gonna like, he didn't say, are you gonna treasure what he gave you or something? But he was like, are you gonna like make use of it type shit? Something along those lines. And then it really clicked for GIYU, like, damn, bro, someone saved me. I'm over here being depressed, trying to retire. They chose me over themselves. You feel me? So I need to put value on that. Tanjiro is the type of that had a type of like, it's not intentional motivation like Erwin, like Optimus Prime. You know what I'm saying? It's not a crazy motivational speech, but he'll make you see some shit, bro. Other than that, he be doing a little, yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know you be swole, bro. You trying to train me? He always throws a little, you know what I'm saying? A little compliment to the bros. You know what I'm saying?
You back there?
What's up, Zenitsu? Fabio with Entertainment District Discourse. How do you plan on celebrating this win?
Celebrate? I'll give you the PG version I made. Get a girl or two, get a little shot or two, bring her to the crib. You know,
PG version is crazy.
It's complicated. It's complicated right now, but I'm sure we'll pull through. But in the meantime, you know, celebration has to be had. You know, so I'm not gonna go home and do nothing. You know, so let's just say
Cheese it too hard to be talking to a camera, bro.
Will be in full effect tonight. The thunderous part and the clapping part and the flash part, because I'm quick with that shit. I need 30 seconds. I'm done. Any other questions or no? Oh, you back there?
Hey, Zenitsu, how does it feel to beat Kaigoku using plot and not actually like using your own skill?
That actually bothers me. I had a conversation with my friends today about it, because they were using what's his name, Yushiro. They're using what Yushiro said, and was like, oh yeah, if Kaigoku had a year, Zenitsu would have lost. I don't like that take at all. If we're saying it was a year before the Demon Slayer started training for real, sure. But spoilers of Doom, bruh. Skip like 30 seconds. I'll try to be quick. Basically, Zenitsu created his own form because the first form is the basis of thunder breathing. So while Kaigoku had the ability to use thunder breathing, he didn't have the ability to progress it. That's why Gramps made him and Zenitsu like co-leaders basically of thunder breathing. So Zenitsu created his own form because he has what it takes to do so. He's the only one that can further the breathing style, right? So Kaigoku, unlike Kokushibo, cannot become a demon and master thunder breathing, right? All he could do was unlock a blood demon art. So it gets to the point where I feel like if Zenitsu had another couple months of training, like in that couple months of training, he learned that form. Because before that, he didn't have that form. He was just doing the regular Hashira base stamina training, but he left it at some point, started doing his own shit, which I'm going to assume is when he came up with the technique. And that was within however much time, less than like 2-3 months, right? Give him a year, not only would his bases have gotten higher and he would have gotten faster, you feel me? He could have invented another form on top of what he already had. So personally, I don't think Kaigoku's winning that, giving him a year and giving Zenitsu a year, like giving him equal levels of prep time. And the biggest thing I was talking about is Kaigoku's an arrogant little shit. And essentially, he only does what's necessary to survive. He doesn't do more. He doesn't do less. So I don't think he would have trained either. Because he, even coming to the fight, thought he had an advantage, and that was his downfall.
What type of quit? What do you mean?
Like you were low-key getting fraud checked until you brought out plot armor breathing and then somehow pulled the win out.
What type of question? Security, can you check her credentials? Check where she's from. Who's her employer? Who's she affiliated with?
Yeah, she's a demon,
Demon, I bet.
Yeah,
Daily
I
demon.
knew it. I know it's like every press conference. I always have a runner with y'all. Here's what we're gonna do. Just take her out back, and then after I'm finished up here, I could SGA Barry Allen.
Oh, new intro? Tight shit. That's tough.
Shinobu has just fallen to the upper two's freakiness, I repeat. Shinobu has just fallen to the upper two's freakiness. Rest in peace to one of the baddest gals we had on the corpse. But I mean,
Baddest gals.
what did y'all expect? I can't believe none of y'all went to help. I can't.
Kaka's crazy.
That's your girl, dog. Kaka. Yo, keep fighting those battles, just get started. I'll be back with the next update soon. And Muzan, fuck you again. Kaka. Yeah, no, so that's an Zenitsu video did outstandingly well. And I appreciate y'all boys for tuning in.
I don't think I saw this Zenitsu video. I gotta tap in.
Capitalize on the momentum and coming with this AKAZA joint. And what I think I'm gonna do is when I go on my trip at the end of October, since I'm gonna be away for 10 days and I need content to just keep
hitting that
going,
shit.
but to also keep that money flowing. I'm sick, sorry. But what I'm gonna do is when I release a full-length video with these two videos conjoined, I'm gonna add a Shinobu portion to the beginning of it, and it'll be like one big movie analysis for one day. And I can't be editing
post anything, yeah.
So y'all are gonna have to wait like a month or so for that. But I mean, I feel like I'm covering the two most important fights, but that will come in that full-length video compilation. But on to more important matters, the AKAZA versus TANJIRO.
Aight, shit.
Match.
Shout out AKAZA. Shout out Hakuchi.
Dropped in off the battle bus, causing that whole section of Infinity
Pulled up
Gauntlet to
immediately,
start
boy.
rumbling.
And just the way he made his entrance, talking his shit, blitzing Tanjiro, and then hearing Tanjiro let out that scream. Not even paying any mind to the nigga out of the two of them who had
that's actually like stronger. Yeah.
Compared to Tanjiro base level, he didn't give a shit about.
He wanted that fade, bro. He wanted to get his get back. Remember when he left last time? I think Tanjiro was on some. Man, you a bitch. Fuck your son. You a coward. We fight you in the heat of night where you have the advantage. I think Tanjiro was blaming his shit, bro. So no bullshit. He coming with some. He got something to prove.
That's going, and you can see how much Tanjiro developed just in this one moment.
With that, with the Creed edit, man, keep talking like that. I'm gonna give you a ticket straight next to your pops. He talking somewhere. He sent Rengoku.
R.I.P.
Like
he ever back down from a fight. I feel like when it came to these upper demons earlier on in the story, he would get very intimidated. But just seeing him match AKAZA's energy and more, and just turn that shit on immediately, nigga, I was about to start the theater. I was like, there were so many moments in this movie that
I got goosebumps.
Resort to violence for no reason.
Resort to violence is crazy.
To the test and test someone else's fighting spirit, and seeing him quick draw Hinokami right off the bat,
screaming his damn head off and taking off his arm. I'm thinking we have like a second or two of recovery time to at least set our feet. But as he turns around, AKAZA has a bullet coming straight to his cranium, and with how close he was and with how hot that shit was coming in,
thought he was cooked.
His skull was about to get sent to the fourth dimension.
But then he starts pulling out moves that maybe he learned season 4. I wasn't aware to this. So I'm watching this nigga move like this for the first time in this theatrical experience. And if I didn't have my Chipotle Ranch pizza on my little lap desk in front of me that I spent damn near $22 on, I would have been
jumped out my seat. Oh, bro.
Him hitting this Hinokami, sunflower. This is some shit you'd see in the games. This shit had me geeking, and we're dead ass 15 seconds into it. And GIYU was dumbfounded and realized that he needed to take
levels to this shit.
GIYU tried sneaking him really quick, and this is when the fight began. And it was right then and there where AKAZA turned off.
Had to lock in. Yeah.
You see the platform start moving, the waterfall starts flowing and glowing.
Like, this is dead ass one of the coolest boss arenas, if not the coolest one in any of the anime I've seen. And exactly as GIYU did here, I would have been turned the fuck up if I just felt the whole aura of this arena change.
Just shift, yeah. Second stage.
My body would be moving on its own. And as a matter of fact, I wouldn't even have to be GIYU in this situation. I could have been a random merchant selling goods on the street and accidentally stumbled into a rogue Infinity Castle door. I can assure you the next thing I'd be selling on the market would be 13 demon heads. Cause nigga, if I fell into this shit, I'm slaying whatever's in my path. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is just one of the coolest final areas I think I've seen in any.
We just said I'm finna catch the upper 6, the lowest 6, and Muzan.
Because GIYU hears the OST start cracking, so you know he has to get moving, and he goes straight at him, and they just start exchanging. And it's just the lighting. Oh my god,
it's so big.
Is like the best part. I'm not even gonna lie. And it's just back and forth. There's AKAZA blitzing. We see GIYU just calm as ever. It's like sometimes I just understand why girls like niggas. Pause. But no, like when I see shit like this, I understand why women in the Demon Slayer community obsess over this man. That's all I'm trying to say. Because he's cold and he does it in a nonchalant fashion.
It is tough.
What I'm trying to get at is if I was of the feminine nature of.
Why do you keep bringing it?
Like, walk with me.
What's that clip of Aries Spears? This is a homosexual.
And just listen to what I have to say. All I'm saying is that in this movie theater,
he's still explaining himself.
The case. GIYU may have unknowingly birthed a 12th form of water breathing in my pants.
This is a homosexual.
Unknowingly.
Let me pick the forms.
Birthed a 12th form of water breathing in my pants. That's all I'm saying. That's as simple as that. That's all I'm saying.
We don't agree, brother.
Some water breathing 12th form intimate waterfall or something along those lines. I just feel like that's the type of shit I would have been on roles reversed, but obviously I'm not. So I just
obviously I'm not.
Like, let's keep it pushing because that's
I don't know how obvious that is, brother.
My normal self, my straight nigga self. You know.
That nigga's a homosexual.
I see water breathing 11th form, and he's about to get flattened from a meteor full of fists.
Damn.
He just dissipates that shit.
That'd be hard.
With no hesitation, no sweat. We've really never seen him flow. And he's spitting, he's flowing. But then
I just don't know, bro. Boy, GIYU got motion, boy.
Like, it's so good. It's like you almost kind of forget Tanjiro's even in the fight. Just seeing him spawn out of nowhere fully.
It was tough.
Back. Oh my goodness. And then AKAZA with the chop to the necklace. But they
every time
to say, oh my gosh. It's just like
Every time he's going for GIYU, they're just boxing. Every time the thing goes for Tanjiro, it's for his neck. Bro, you trying to kill him.
Shifting. It was like
Somebody smoked at you.
Just chemistry and synergy.
Nah, Team Kim was crazy.
You were just really on the same wavelength with this shit. The
Wavelength?
entire fight. And this
So
is
who did
the
that?
sequence starts. I'm telling you, bro. I'm sitting here
And I'm feeling things in the theater because
my body
Facts.
has physical reactions to. I love eating shit, and this
Okay.
is food and with other alternatives. So it's just sometimes when I'm eating something and I'm enjoying it.
I just start feeling things emotionally and physically because to no one's surprise, I think I express it
What is it
enough
talking
throughout my videos. Sometimes I'm just a lard, tubby, big back ass dude, and in moderation, that's okay. But you also have to keep in mind,
I had a Pepsi to my left. They said, "Here goes one more for you." I didn't even pay for this shit. I had 2 large Pepsis to my left. I'm in bliss at the moment. When I saw this sequence start up and then they started going back and forth, and I'm seeing Tanjiro trying to hit shit like slices to his ankle. When I saw that we were getting that,
Nigga knows ball, bro.
like, I had to turn on my seat heater because this was just getting
Seat
ridiculous.
heater? What theater you watch this thing? Batman's Mansion?
He was talking about some I don't give my name out to strangers, and he's kind of getting blitzed a little bit and gets blasted away.
That shit was hard though.
And again,
This AKAZA was pressed. What is your name? You know what I'm saying? I like to know your name before I kill you. You know what they be doing. You know what type of time they be on. This GIYU said, I don't give my name out to strangers. Didn't your mom ever tell you not to talk to strangers? Nigga, try aura for him, bro. Get your ass on.
shots with the distance. The shots with the distance and the reflections. After I make this video, I'm probably gonna go watch it again, just because I'm watching it off someone's Samsung Galaxy Note recording, so I can't actually get the full
Brother.
experience. I may even go watch it in 40x. Just seeing Tanjiro look at the smoke in the distance from GIYU getting blasted away by AKAZA, and just the blue reflections, but then camera switch, AKAZA's
on timing.
damn near blitzed the audience. I jumped out of my seat at this, and he's within licking distance of his face right now. And the fact that Tanjiro was able to weave this, oh my gosh, and get some distance to then Hinokami, his incoming
was going
Akaise,
crazy,
it was
boy.
magnificent. As AKAZA was about to say, I mean, we really were shown Tanjiro's growth in this battle.
No
Tanjiro,
bug.
I gotta say, your moves are tough, man.
You kind of hell.
Seriously, I commend you.
Ever since I slimed Joe Pops.
Developed in such a short amount of time to get a bag this deep. I mean, Kyojiro was right when he was saying that you had potential. Because I remember that night when I took that man's life right from his grasp.
He was talking
How
crazy.
man you were then. Shit was pathetic. You probably saw how much of a bitch he was, and then you kind of changed your way of thinking, which led you to putting those stupid little values and morals to the side so you could actually gain some proper strength.
Like I said, don't you dare say his name.
I'm dead ass. My heart is salsaing right now, Tanj. Like, I'm really excited to see this. You know what? And I think we both can agree on this. I'm glad that Kyojiro got absolutely mauled by me that night. You're out of your cotton.
That should be frying me, bro. Never seen like this in Gurren Lagann. Kind of a... I'm not gonna spoil it completely. It's a huge twist in the show. You should watch it after this if you ain't seen it. But somebody gets packed up, and then there's a dude. It's like later in the story, there's a dude who like slimes out his mans, and he essentially just goes, "Yeah, I mean, like it was a good thing. Old dude died. You know, we started getting better and developing after he died." And he was like, "Nigga, what are you talking about, bro? You trying to say he had to die?" He started. Like, if somebody who's a relative of yours, a friend of yours, gets packed up, and then someone goes and comes out their mouth and goes, "Yeah, it was a good thing they died." You feel me? You gonna look at them a little crazy.
in mind if you think I'm gonna let that shit.
Look at that face. I mean, Tanjiro's a demon time, boy.
That's what it is. As if looking at your ugly ass face wouldn't make someone mad enough. What amusement do you get from this? Like you realize you're a demon. You could really accumulate generational wealth. You don't even have a timer on your life, but you're sitting here trying to bully and box on.
Trying to
you.
raise
You
bait.
basically only want to see the best in you, AKAZA. That's it. That's all I ever want from this shit. I want my friends to do good and my enemies to do even greater.
Nigga, are you Socrates? Shut the fuck up, man.
The nigga start joy baiting.
The only one that should be talking here is me, and that's with my fist. I didn't comprehend one word you just said. That wasn't even in my language. What are you talking about? I just spoke to you in Japanese.
Nah, I don't
Your
speak
ass hasn't
bitch.
cleaned the earwax out of those shits since you've been rebirthed into this new demon life.
You idiot, I heard you. You get mad so easily. I'm just trying to say that I don't speak bitch. It's that
I knew it.
Tanjiro. I just don't speak bitch. And with the way you're speaking, it seems to me like that's your native tongue.
And I mean, we've seen some strong talk no jutsus, but I mean, Tanjiro's got to be top 3 with this
Facts.
shit. Because for Tanjiro to be saying what he was saying to him, to give him a memory so strong, to where
It
he has
pissed
a
him off
hyper-realistic
immediately.
hallucination of his past life.
Yeah.
And his old sensei talking to him in his ear, and he could feel his touch on his shoulder. Tanjiro's got some of the strongest words in all of anime.
No
Some
bull.
shit like that out of his
Top
mouth.
10 for
And
sure.
This man Akaza tries swinging at air molecules, and understandably so. He
Tight
defeats
immediately.
Tanjiro right off that. And the way Akaza started moving was as if he had aimbot or something. Because as soon as Tanjiro was out in the open in his 360 FOV, he was instantly
Hooked,
auto
boy.
locked onto him. And even then, Tanjiro was still keeping up with him and pairing his shots and everything.
Yeah, Akaza using the zoom.
Think back to Mugen Train. If Tanjiro was in the same exact situation, his head would already be through the wooden floorboard.
Dude,
Towards
Ben
the end of
gone,
the
bro.
exchange, He even gets a small hit off on him somehow.
Yeesh.
His blade, I don't even know what he did there, to be honest. And Akaza
Same move from
playing
before.
with his food too much. Because he throws a range to left, right, and
That's-
then blitzes, punches down through 8
That'd be
floors,
tight.
is in Tanjiro's grill. He gets a Hino Kami off. He's about to take off his head, and he does this little sword catch.
Sword
and
catch
Tanjiro's
him.
there fighting for
Boom.
his life, just kicking.
And headbutting while Akaza is laughing in his face.
Shut that shit
I love
up.
the type of flexibility Akaza has. He could have been holding his sword right here and gave that nigga Tanjiro a head kick, and at least
They
a mid
coulda
fight,
pulled a
and would've
Mikey.
had him looking like the less than sign. But we see GIYU finally come back.
He.
You know what, man? I'm pissed as fuck. My
back hurt.
for a minute, upper 3, and what we got going on right here isn't helping it. I'm gonna be real. And with the way you sent me,
This shit kind of pissing me off.
I bet some of the other people in here fighting saw me airborne and thought there was a damn Boeing 747 in this motherfucker. Man, I don't even like fighting like that. I'd rather be at the crib watching a telenovela or the
Real.
Young Wrestlers or something and just vibe out. But now I'm here drawing my sword against a tattooed demon who's fluent in mixed martial arts and running his mouth. And because of what he just did to me, I'm feeling kind of locked in for the first time. I'm not gonna lie, my senses. I feel.
You feel me, bruh?
My senses.
It's like when you playing a game with some niggas and you better than like in the group, the hierarchy is like there's only one person or two people that's your level. Everybody else is like a little bit below that. So you never gotta take it serious. But then you get hit with that one move, you feel me? Or you put your controller down or you got controller drip and now it's like, you feel me? You sit out, it's like, all right, bro. Let me show you some tight shit.
Jolted and I'm activated right now. I've got to take this.
Activate is such a crazy word to use.
There's not shit to be smiling about. Shit is not funny right now, though. I got
Shit
my
ain't
girl
sweet.
behind me. They done killed my girl. I mean, it's now or never. And this was that scene, man. This was probably scene
On
of the
time,
week, I'm
man,
not gonna
boy.
lie. Just in terms of action sequences, we saw the sequence earlier where Akaza was kind of pressuring GIYU, and like he was holding his own, but he was on the defensive. But in this exchange, it felt like GIYU was more so on the offensive, and Akaza was the one protecting himself. Because once he awakened that mark, he just
Started
blitzed
going
me
crazy,
instantaneously.
boy. Come here.
Even as they're going, Akaza's just talking shit. He's like, "Is this all you got? Hit me more." Freaky
Hit
ass
me
dude.
more.
And when he said that,
GG.
he damn sure did that. And he turned on his OST right here. Like this shot here, this was one of my favorite shots in the whole movie. Just the
Show me
cameraman
some.
backpedaling with GIYU here, and then him just weaving incoming strikes that we see from like the distance. Again, we get that perspective again. And this is where he really turned that shit on. And really had that nigga on his toes. He was just us. And when the dragon started
Straight
roaring,
striking,
yeah,
boy.
for like every hit, I was leaking out in the theater. I'm gonna be honest. And the thing is, the scene didn't stop. I was so encapsulated.
So
in
locked,
what was
yeah.
going on, and I was just so immersed that I dead ass felt like I was there. I don't even know
In
how to
there,
explain
yeah.
the experience, bruh. And he was really putting Akaza on his ass, man. It was just a sensational blitz.
So
It really
tough.
was. And as they're still running it, then Tanjiro decides to finally pull up.
I am here.
All right, let me chill. Don't give up on fighting. Because, I mean, look at the way GIYU was just flowing. He is flowing like he needs a...
Yeah, you can't get in the way type shit.
My sensei, that's beautiful.
But no, back to business. Why are Akaza's attacks so precise? Those punches are sharp.
The way this nigga Tanjiro moving like I almost said Izuku. The way he was moving like Isagi here, bruh. Internal monologue of Doom was adapting like shit.
Almost being attracted to their vitals. Doesn't make sense. Think.
They're trying for brain blast.
Fight with Rengoku, Akaza used the term YN spirit. What's YN spirit?
YN
Maybe similarly to how
spirit?
it sense things through smell. Akaza is sensing something through that YN spirit. Is it violence? Is it the urge to box? What is it? Akaza's battle.
The box.
Is there a way to disrupt it? Fuck it. I gotta lock in. Let's do it. And we see Tanjiro try sneaking him with the Hinokami, and just like clockwork, Akaza
Flashback of
grabs his
Doom.
blade from behind.
There was a lot of flashbacks in
Tanjiro
this
is
movie.
millimeters from getting turned into a fraction, but from this
That
very
Gojo.
orthodox angle, he's somehow able to weave.
Weave.
And Akaza doesn't even have time to really digest what just happened because
GIYU on his ass, boy.
this is where Tanjiro starts to get into that zone. And I
see
feel like
it.
the zone that he was getting into is kind of similar to when you're having one of those shits that you need to put your phone down for.
What,
You
bruh?
Scrolling on your screen is distracting you from like releasing. I know someone knows what I'm talking about.
What is this
There's
nigga
no doubt
talking
in
about?
that moment, it felt similar to what Tanjiro was experiencing here.
Probably about to talk about flow state. He talking about shitting.
with his dad.
Where Yogi pulls
Let me
up on the
flashback.
block.
And Tanjiro,
That's like a dad was a
telling
real
you
gangster.
This line, by the law, I'm fully within my rights to take your head. And if you dead ass blinked at the right exact time,
You missed it.
in the same way
Yeah.
Tanjiro did, it would have looked like you missed a couple frames with how fast he took this nigga out. Other than when Tanjiro's dad is hitting his little jig, we've never really even
See
seen
him
in
going
combat,
crazy.
to body, whatever. So then at
But to be fair, we had to know he was crazy because like that dance, they do that for hours at a time, and anyone can tell you any movement, even if it was jogging for like 5-6 hours, you're cooked. That's like marathon run. That's like David Goggins level of endurance off the strength, bro.
least for me, unless they did some more explaining in season 4, this was like showing me that his dad had roots with
Had that dog in him.
sport. I'm gonna assume the Demon Slayers, and that they're probably somehow related to Kokushibo and the other dude, the sun breathing nigga. And they may have said that season 3 actually. But I
Yorishi.
just haven't been caught up on any of this stuff like that. So if
Yeah.
I sound ignorant, I apologize. But he basically just had to enter a state where his intent wasn't to fight, but like to protect and basically enter flow state.
Kind of mask, yeah.
That when Akaza and Giyu are just dancing with each other, just us, hey, hey. That's my old girl guy.
There's another like anime where that's like prevalent. Like you hide your like killing intent, your like fighting spirit, so to speak, and then once you can do that, it becomes easier. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was some anime that had something to do with bloodlust. I might catch it before the video ends. Who knows?
Before you even got the chance. That's exactly what Akaza said, which was crazy to hear in theatrical surround sound.
I know it's in Kenichi for sure. There's like the balance of like fighting or something. I don't know. I can't think of the other one right now. I don't think it's Dragon Ball.
Seeing Akaza do that little backhand,
Damn.
that's one of the best moves in his arsenal. But when he does that and then he's about to gut GIYU,
Fuck.
blood splatter, I'm thinking he got him. But instead it was Tanjiro damn near possessed, taking his shit clean off, turning around, doing the exhale.
Shit was
with the
hard,
fire
boy.
coming out. Oh my goodness. This shit was
Slayer mark activated?
unconsciously. And just the very subtle details to Akaza changing his aggro to Tanjiro and acknowledging how dangerous this nigga
He said,
is
"Oh
right now.
hell no!"
And then GIYU noticing that and trying to sneak him, where then Akaza pulls out his 8 trigrams, 128 palms, and just starts going ballistic, just all over.
Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Turn this shit to the 4th of July. But Tanjiro's clearly not a fan of America because he's not participating in this.
No
fight.
bull.
And it was just so ridiculous how they portrayed this astral projection type of out-of-body experience he was having as GIYU was trying to parry
See,
his
like, the
shots,
muscles and
then you would
shit.
see one of them
Yeah.
hit in slow motion and the shock waves traveling through
So
his
tough.
muscles. It's like the attention to detail was so fucking crispy. And
Transparent
I was
world.
As I was looking at this scene, that nigga Rengoku stood no chance. All he is is fighting spirit. So that battle was lost from the get-go. Stood no chance. All he is fighting
Don't ever let me see that shit again, little nigga.
spirit. So that battle was lost from the get-go. I don't
Yeah.
know if I wanted to get mad or start applauding this nigga Tanjiro when GIYU was sitting here as Akaza was giving his soliloquies per usual, and we see the smoke clearing behind him, and Tanjiro is just standing there
Shit was
the other
hard.
day, where he is in prime sneaking territory. If he got him here, this shit would have been sneakier than the Pacers playoff run this year. So then him announcing that he's about to take his life, Akaza, I'm about to sneak you, you sorry ass nigga. Angered me at first, but at the same time it was kind of tough because
Yeah.
after he says that, he proceeds to weave his shit and just start trading blows with him effortlessly.
It was tight.
As Akaza was tweaking, so I think Tanjiro was intentionally playing mental games here.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, seeing them being like 15 feet away from each other,
That was hard.
Akaza's just like, what
is this kid? Yeah.
He's walking towards me. Is he coming? Am I coming? Who's coming?
Yeah, is he gonna attack? Is he not gonna attack?
Flames and Tanjiro trick shots this nigga.
One taps this shit,
And
boy.
just with how quick and swift it was, I'm not gonna lie to you. In all of Demon Slayer, I mean, this has got to be Tanjiro's coldest moment, no? Him enacting revenge on AKAZA here in the fashion.
Staring him down too.
Can't teach that. And I was like, damn, this battle's kind of underwhelming. Not really, but at the same time, it just seemed like I know
Like
it was
so
a hard fought
quiet
battle
at the
point,
end,
but for
yeah.
the type of enemy Akaza was presenting himself to be, I was like, damn,
Expected to be
that's
more
coming out very
explosive.
quick. So
Yeah.
seeing this nigga grab his head and try sticking it back on,
It was
I was
so
like, oh,
fire.
like this is kind of crazy. And just seeing Akaza decide that he did not want to get circumcised in that moment,
Alright,
trying
bro.
to reattach his shit, but then GIYU coming in from the flank and then telling
Fuck
him
no.
his top's coming off and throwing that sword through his cranium in the same way where Tanjiro tried throwing it at him in Mugen Train. It was like, it was so good. So it's like, now I'm definitely thinking he's done. And even though like the battle still felt short-lived, I was like, okay, still, like the way they went back and forth with that was good, and I'm satisfied. So seeing his head deteriorate and this nigga continue to box, at this point, I can't even say confidently whether or not my pants were on at this point in the movie. Because again, I was so immersed in it.
I'm telling you, bro, it was a crazy feeling. Bro, I watched the movie with my girl, and like I kind of knew what was gonna happen from like the manga. So I was just sitting there when it happened, and then I just saw her go. And then and she did that when he like tried to put his head back on, because she already got disappointed when Tanjiro killed him. She was like, "Bro, this Mickey as hell." She didn't say that, but that's what she was experiencing. And then he tries to put his head back on, and she's like, she starts like sitting up. She like partially sat up, and then it gets to the point. Hold on, have we got there yet?
Oxen was so embedded in this dude's DNA that he'd even need eyesight to do it. And
Yeah, he's alive. When I was at my girl, sat all the way up, eyes wide as shit,
he
bro.
was trying his heart out to blitz him, man, but he just couldn't get the job done. And I think AKAZA was damn near fighting better without the shit. I don't even know what was going on at this point. I was dumbfounded because Demon Slayer has been very, to me at least, very cookie cutter. Nothing really has shocked me other than when, at the end of season 3, Nezuko was out in the sunlight and kicked Tanjiro off of him, and she started barbecuing under that vitamin D. I didn't know what was going to happen to her, and I was genuinely like shocked. But other than that, I can't really say that there was another moment where like I didn't know what was going to happen in this story other than because I thought they were going to cut the movie.
Kind of like that type of like hype, that uncertainty, that eeriness. It's not really that prevalent. Eerie in terms of intimidating, yes. Eerie in terms of like shocking, I'm on edge, not so much.
Here, and he was gonna like reach another level of being comparable to that of Muzan that we were gonna lead into the next movie with or something. And instead, we get one of I think probably the best backstory in the show, because we see him having this entire
I wouldn't say it's the best.
Talking about how he has to kill, become stronger, but then
my girl said this was mad tough. I can not even just my girl. I know this is mad tough. I got Zenitsu over it. I think it's like, at the end of the day, it's biased because this is literature. So to some extent, it's like how well you connect. Some things in literature are like cut and dry. Like if you go, oh yeah, how do you think this character development fares to the development of this rock that shows up in 2 episodes? Like no shit. The character that's been there the whole time didn't have more development. So me saying it the rock, it's like hella biased. But when it comes to 2 characters like Zenitsu, Gyome, GIYU, and then like AKAZA, it's like, come on. Every single one of them has gone through something. Each of them have their own character arc. So whatever speaks to you most, you're allowed to go, nah, that was tough. It's one thing to go, oh, this is so much objectively better. Then you get into the territory of like, yeah, you're just wrong. Because you're taking something that's biased and making it a one is better than the other. But nah, on some real shit, I thought Zenitsu was tough. But we're not here for Zenitsu. Apparently, he dropped a video on Zenitsu, which may or may not be in his playlist. So we definitely probably going to be seeing that soon. But just speaking on the AKAZA aspects of it, this backstory was so, like, well done. To me, like, to my girlfriend, it was like this is like, I watched too much anime. I think that's what it is. It's not that it wasn't shocking to me. It was a sad backstory. It was impactful. But it wasn't like, this is the first time I've ever seen this. Someone did this for their lover. Like, I've seen crazy. I've seen the joint with Bond and Elaine, right? And then Bond telling Meliodas, but you don't know what it's like to lose your girl. Then Meliodas like, I don't. Whole time, this Meliodas lost Elizabeth like 18,000 times. Or like when Sasuke was talking to Kakashi, talking about some, well, how about I kill everyone you ever loved? And we'll see how you feel after that. And then Kakashi just, I'm afraid you'd be too late for that. Like, what? And then Kakashi always being late because he shows up to Obito's grave and like the grave of his comrades by himself because he doesn't like being around people. Like Kishimoto confirmed he wears that mask because he gets embarrassed and flustered often. He doesn't like showing emotion around people, which makes sense. And it was an Anbu as a kid. His dad got packed up. So it's trauma going on. Like, seeing so much anime, it's like, it didn't have me dehumanize AKAZA, who was already a demon, who dehumanized himself. But it had me to the point where when I saw it, I'm like, I'm smiling. I'm like, oh, that was sad. I'm like, oh, he's a great guy. But I wasn't like you know what I'm saying? I wasn't so surprised where like I was brought to tears. I did get goosebumps a lot.
Which was his shoddy from his past life, which leads us into his backstory. He was a delinquent. He was trying to steal to.
He been a demon. He been a demon since that boy was human.
And then he was sort of lost until he was taken in by Master Shifu himself and humbled by him. And we
Hey!
Sensei talking about how
Fried his shit, boy.
To care for
AKAZA.
and how he'll train under
His government name's so fire.
a nice little thing.
I heard his name and I was like thinking about like the characters that make it up in Japanese. I was like in my head like rearranging them, like someone named like Jiaku. I was like just like I know with like the kanji with names, I was just like rearranging shit because that's such a cool concept that like we think of names Western wise as like just a name. Like yeah, some of them can have meanings. Like say your name means hope or something, right? But we typically think of names as just one concept. This is what you're being called. While in other cultures, there are characters, little like symbols. Like imagine our letters. The alphabet, instead of being one letter per joint, it's like 3 letters, for example. And then you mix and match those to create a name. It gives you a lot more freedom, I feel.
And we just see over time him getting more comfortable with her, him getting more integrated into their little family
Life,
unit, I guess. And we just see a very
Happened so
vulnerable
well
side
too because his dad was sick.
that throughout this movie, one of my qualms with it was like that I feel like backstories were inserted at points that kind of
that awkward points,
momentum for me
progression
during the fight, which it kind of like it bugged me a little bit. But for AKAZA's, even with it being the longest backstory, I feel like it was
well
crafted and it was just a beautiful thing.
Well
Especially when
inserted.
he takes his daughter's hand in marriage.
Especially because we don't see him earlier in the movie. I think they could have went the route of like showing him earlier, like when the Infinity Castle first like popped up or something, and then giving us a little chunk of it. But the whole point of AKAZA's backstory is like, as far as I understand it, kind of spoilers, but when he got turned to a demon, Muzan just shoved his hand through the whole head. So his brain literally was fried. So it was to the point where it's like he literally is unable to remember the shit from his past life. So Tanjiro talking to him and giving those speeches that were so similar to his sensei's, it brought back those memories. So it wouldn't make sense for him to have these flashbacks beforehand. Anything before that would be an exposition dump. It'd be like if you're showing me this as the creator, as the storyboarder, but the characters in the story aren't seeing this or aren't feeling this. You feel me? It gets to a point where it's like, it's just exposition dump. But normally it's how a movie normally is. It's like, if I'm showing you something, like the main story, and like a nigga's walking through the grocery store, cool. But then if I randomly cut to this 15 years ago, being a ninja or something, it just feels random because it's constant cuts. Especially if when you come back to present day, the character doesn't reference that they were remembering that you were seeing their memories. You feel me?
And then he goes back to his dad's grave to let him know that he's getting married. And just seeing that nigga smile, I don't want to say
Right, but he finally got happy,
it's
bro.
just like when you see a good love story, man, it just like
It's a good feeling, bro.
it pisses me off. But like,
Oh,
though,
yeah.
like, damn, those niggas really love each other.
They're cooked.
So just seeing the relationship, it really was beautiful. And I knew as soon as he came home from his dad's shit,
That was over with.
gathered up in front of the dojo, I already knew some slimy shit was going on that would then steer him down this bad path. And just the little details to him kind of hyperventilating and just start sweating and knowing that the last time he left his family member alone,
The last time he saw
this
him.
is the second time that this shit is happening to him.
Yeah.
It was a fucked up situation. So then we
He
find
didn't
out
deserve it.
that the opposing
Lego
faction
studs is
was
nasty.
kicking it shit. This was the work of the Black Dragons. They decided to go and poison the well. Sound the alarms. They alert the whole city because AKAZA, like, he's coming. Because if I had a moment like
So King
this,
Von,
with him finally taking his shoddy to see the fireworks that they've talked about,
mind you, it was worse because he literally promised her. The whole point was like, I've never been able to do anything like not properly, but he's always been a thief. But he's been a thief because I had to be a thief. This is for like to ensure like the survival of my pops. And his pops' last wish was literally like, yo, live a good life, gang. Become like going to straight and narrow, which he thought to be impossible. And And then this guy, his sensei, shows that it is, and he makes his like first promise, and it's like, I'm gonna protect you. And then she gets hurt when he's not there, you know? Reasonable crash out.
Multiple occasions after being treated back to good health, we're holding hands, looking in each other's eyes are glistening. We're talking about marriage. Listen, but it doesn't even matter because he doesn't even have any assets for her to stay, you know. It's like there was just so much going good about that. I can assure you, if I'm in Akaza's position, by the time I'm done with this dojo, niggas won't even know it existed.
You feel me, bro?
Because I'm erasing trace of anyone.
Turn that to an urban legend, bro. You know, they once said there was a dojo here back in the past, but someone came and uprooted it, destroyed it. There aren't even records of its existence. Only know this because this has been a myth going around in this town. Like, what, bro? These are not seeing light of the day after they slimed out good buddy like those.
In anything affiliated to the Black Dragons. And I already knew it was going to be a problem when AKAZA took his first nigga's life with his trademark back fist. This wasn't a knockout.
Put him to sleep.
He snapped his neck. When the veins started popping out of his head right there, I deadass thought he was just going to turn to a demon off of pure rage. And I don't know how his sensei didn't have more class. Because this nigga was teaching him Muay Thai. He was teaching his ass for techniques and jutsu. Because there was no reason for this man to walk up into a dojo filled with up-and-coming swordsmen and not only beating their ass,
fry them. I didn't touch the nigga for real.
A hole or an indent through their organs and or skeleton. It didn't make any sense. You already know when they talk
as a human
talking about how he had 67 bodies. I started giggling in my chair like a damn idiot. I mean, that's
idiot, bro.
That was inevitable. I mean, those folks like Itachi with no jutsu, no weaponry. And I'm saying
bare hands, bro.
1v1 AKAZA versus Itachi straight hands. I think that nigga's taking him because Itachi knows Thai jutsu. AKAZA knows MMA, mass murder and assault. And then we see Muzan. Muzan's a damn vulture, bro. He always just pops.
He always scouts the talents, yeah.
Because AKAZA realistically didn't even want to be a demon. Muzan just came up chatting shit, instigating, which then led to AKAZA.
And then just one tapped him, bro.
This nigga didn't even know what happened.
I didn't even peep in the movie. If you look, AKAZA actually reacted. AKAZA told the nigga, yeah, do whatever you want to do, bro. Go ahead, kill me.
AKAZA,
but still reacted to try to protect his life.
Like getting a damn forearm through his head. This nigga didn't even know what happened. He even agreed to his terms and conditions. Muzan just did what he wanted.
Start pumping that nigga head full of blood.
Obviously angry and
it's low key like force feeding you a devil fruit, bro. It's like, yeah, I became stronger, but I can't swim. This nigga obviously can't be in the sunlight, and now his only thoughts are about getting stronger. The last thoughts he had before he got packed up, and that he has to serve this guy.
Okay. And has been catching bodies ever since with his fist. And it's like I really was feeling for this nigga, and just seeing him have this internal struggle, which like none of the other demons really had in the show. They sort of just accepted their fate, and then after that, his head started regenerating. I thought the
demon boy
right here, and he was just gonna be on a completely different level.
Yeah.
And man, I love Tanjiro, bro. I remember when I said I really liked Tanjiro as a character early on, because I liked his warmth,
his vibe,
as well as I guess you could say his fighting spirit. Just seeing him constantly adapt, and even when he
some Misagi shit, bro,
beating this freak of nature,
he's still going for it
there regardless. And then when he charges,
punches the fuck out this nigga,
protects him in his shit to knock AKAZA off balance for a second to then go save GIYU.
Mind you, this is the same nigga who headbutted him. His signature technique, he's known for having a strong ass forehead. That headbutt did nothing. So at that point where he's like running at him and his sword dropped, he knows all full and well nothing I have will do anything, but he still punches him. And not only punches him, actually like knocks him back as opposed to before.
It was beautiful, but what was even more beautiful, which I think was probably the most emotionally powerful moment of the shit, is where after Tanjiro saves GIYU, we see AKAZA
start hitting himself,
and he punches himself and gives Tanjiro that damn smirk and just continues to beat his own ass, just standing there exactly how I was when she left.
W farm.
That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. But no, the way that they had him like torn apart like a damn,
and he was still like regening, bro.
It was really gruesome stuff, and I really was feeling for him.
Emotional as hell.
He was trying to walk away, and his RCT kept activating, but he didn't want it to anymore. While he simultaneously
was getting tight, bro.
Voice and his sensei's voice, to then just seeing him drop to his knees, his girl telling him it's all right, little nigga, I got you, and then just him completely turning back to his old self and just hugging her, crying. It was really, I was
Going
like,
home, bro.
really, I'm about to cry right now.
She is his home.
Yeah, I'm genuinely getting upset talking about
Not
it.
real,
I didn't
bro.
know this, but I guess it makes sense when they were just hugging it out. The sensei earlier on said, like, we forgive you, but you're not going to go to the same place as us. But then I saw someone say that her just
The girl,
standing there and hugging
she's
him
going to hell with
as
him.
the flames were coming up. That was like them going down together, basically. And she was just going to stay with him no matter what. And that, like, I'm about to cry. This is what movies is made of, literally. It was really
Ride or die,
really
bro.
something special. Like, I don't know what it's been. I've been very emotional lately. I watched a cat video the other day.
It's okay, bro. You on your deer yet, twin.
And I was like just leaking. Like, this was really some phenomenal.
We all have those moments, man.
Phenomenal backstory. Phenomenal everything about this fight. I think this was like a 10 out of 10. Genuinely, this fight.
Facts.
This was the highlight of this movie, clearly, and it was just it was
Yeah.
really that good, man.
That's why I was in the latter half.
In my compilation.
W Studio. I mean, people sleep on this. A studio can really determine how well an anime performs because the way they do the pacing, they're not obligated to follow the manga. Oftentimes, they don't follow the manga. If they take it a step further, depending on how fast they go, because they can't take as long as the manga took, it changes how you view the show. So the way they paced out these fights and had certain things become a focus, it's like, yeah, it's their job, but it's still commendable. It was tough.
Video. When I post both of these together, I'm gonna add a Shinobu section to the front, and that'll come out sometime next month when I'm on my trip. But yeah, no, I appreciate the love on the first video, and I just really appreciate what Ufotable did with this movie, man.
Facts.
So AKAZA got beat by that sorry ass punk who's copying my hairstyle. That was my thing from the jump. Nigga should have known coming out the womb that was my shit. And AKAZA couldn't even put that little nigga in his place. What the fuck is going on here? With the way it's looking, this shit ain't no.
The real joint was even worse too, because like he knew AKAZA essentially just surrendered.
Castle, this is a damn house made out of straw. Fraud ass niggas that have me potentially needed to go shoot up. This is inconceivable.
Tanjiro and GIYU have silenced another one of Muzan's Glazers. I repeat, Tanjiro and GIYU have silenced another one of Muzan's Glazers. And Muzan.
I need to see these. Spun back for the grandpapa. Hey man, appreciate y'all boys for watching this video. That was the dog Dot, and as always, make sure y'all have a good one. Make sure y'all stay hydrated. And